Well, hello everybody and welcome to Kat's Tiny Kitchen. As you can see, I'm not in the kitchen right now. I'm in the back bedroom. The TV in the living room is going. There's a lot of football going on today. And I didn't want that in the background. Today's recipe is going to be potato and ham soup. There will not be any milk or dairy in it because Mike doesn't seem to tolerate the dairy very well. But I'm sure that this recipe will be a great one. Not even worried about whether he'll be able to eat it or not. It's actually good all around for anybody. So with that being said, let's go and get in the kitchen and get this recipe going. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm doing a little prep work here before I get the soup going, and I just wanted to show you how I kind of do things and get things cut up. I got a different camera angle here for you, so hopefully you can see it better. And basically what I'm going to do with the potato is I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in small slices. And then what I do after that is I take the potato, half of that, a quarter of the potato actually, and then I cut it again, and then I just cut in small bite-sized chunks. I try to keep everything uniform so everything cooks about the same. I've already got some of this stuff cut up, but I didn't want to bring you along for the whole ride because it would be pretty boring. So basically this is how we do the taters. And get this all cut up. Some of the sizes aren't the same, but they're close enough to it that they should cook evenly, at least. So that's the potato. I'll finish that here in a minute. So the celery, then I've taken the strings out of the celery already. I just cut it in half. And then I cut it in julienne strips and do the same thing, small bites. Once you get this all done, you're looking at about a cup of onion, which I will show you right now. I'll do half the onion. 3/4 of a cup of celery and 2 cups of potatoes. When all is said and done. And the same thing, I'm not a chef, I'm not going to do the chefy things, but I'm cutting the onion in small pieces. And this will be cooked for a while actually once we get it in the recipe. And you'll see what we're doing. And that's pretty much it. That's how I get my prep work done for one of Mike's meals. And we'll be back in a minute to start cooking. We're ready to assemble our soup. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of butter to my pan. Get that melting. And I'm going to add my 1 cup of onion. And my 3/4 cup of celery. And we're going to let this kind of saute a little bit I ended up with 2 cups of potatoes, so I'm going to add my potatoes in. We'll let this saute a little bit. I'm letting it saute. I want the onions to get a little clarified. And they're looking good enough. This is going to cook in a broth for about an hour anyway because everything's got to be cooked soft. So now I'm going to add some garlic. That's a teaspoon. Then I'm going to add some white pepper. Let this go for a minute or so. And now that that's sauteed enough, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. And let this cook in a little bit. Get it all mixed in good with the potatoes and the onions and the celery. And now we got that good mixed. We're going to add, I've got 4 cups of ham stock today. I had boiled some ham to make ham salad for Mike, and rather than throw the juice away, I just froze it. So we're going to slowly add that. And this is all being done on a high heat, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. All the stock's in. So the last thing I'm going to add before I let this cook for a while is 2 tablespoons of my rehydrated Italian seasoning and the liquid that goes with it. Get that down in there, get all that good stuff. So I'm going to put a lid on this. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down and let it cook on a medium heat for about an hour, because I want these onions and potatoes and celery to be really good and soft for Mike to be able to eat. So this part of the recipe is done. I will see you in a minute and we'll finish up with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, we're back and it's been an hour and I'm going to taste this. It's good, but it's going to need a little bit more salt. So I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt to this. And I'm going to add, let me get this rest of this salt out of here. And I'm going to add a cup of ham. Now I know this ham, Mike can eat it, and I didn't put it in and cook the crap out of it in the beginning because I know it's soft enough and he can tolerate it once it's heated through. So that's basically what we're going to do right now, is we're going to let this heat through. And it'll be time to plate up and take a picture and be done. So I thank you all for joining me. You can, with this recipe, if you want to reduce the stock, if you don't have ham stock like I did, you can substitute it with chicken stock. If you want to add cream to it, you can reduce the chicken or the stock by 1 cup and then add a cup of cream to it at the end to help thicken it a little bit. Mike can't tolerate cream or milk very well, so we are not going to add it to this dish, but I'm sure that he'll like it. So with that being said, you all have a great night, and we will see you on the flip side.